Let's turn to a new era in NASCAR now. As we mentioned earlier, the sport is taking a stand, banning the display of Confederate flags at all events. That flag had been a bit of a fixture in NASCAR's Southern culture for decades. And last night, Bubba Wallace, the only full-time African-American driver and the one who called for that change, took to the track at Martinsville Speedway in a stock car emblazoned with the hashtag Black Lives Matter before the race. Bubba talked about that big moment.
Probably the biggest race of my career right here. I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it. I haven't really slept much thinking about this race, just everything that's going into it, everything that's going on in the world, trying to race to change the world here.
Bubba Wallace joins us this morning. Good to see you again, Bubba. Thanks for your time. So
absolutely. Good morning.
You called for the flag to be banned on Monday. NASCAR bans the flag on Wednesday. Were you surprised at all by the speed with which NASCAR moved? And what does it say to you about the moment that we're in, that they did it so fast?
I wouldn't say surprised, though. We had started having those conversations starting last week, talking to Steve Phelps, the president of NASCAR, being very vocal with him. And he's a great friend of mine. And I told him that. That's how I started off the message. I was like, we're friends here. Don't let me cross the line. And if I do, we gotta work together to get through it, but we have got to get rid of this flag. I've seen too many comments and too many stories from first-time fans that have come to a race in the years past, and the first thing they say is, "I seen the Confederate flag flying, and it made me feel uncomfortable." And so it's just like, we shouldn't have anybody feeling uncomfortable. We should all, it's not a race thing. It's about walking into an event and feeling uncomfortable. That's it. If you felt uncomfortable, you would want change. And so I'm speaking up for the people that show up to the racetrack and feel that type of way. And so it's a lot of kudos to NASCAR. Hats off to everybody involved for making this happen and pushing the envelope, pushing the message across that we want change. It starts with us. We have to start from basically the roots and go from ground up and really implement what we're trying to say in our message.
For folks not familiar with the sport, it is a sport that is steeped in Southern culture. Got its start because guys were running liquor, so they had to outfit their cars to make them faster to get away from the cops. The flag, the races that I've been to as a fan and as a journalist, that flag, it's everywhere. It's on shirts. It's in the infield. How is the sport going to enforce this ban? Are you at all concerned that it's going to be a ban in name only?
No, I'm pretty sure that we'll take really strict measures to not allow this to happen. And if it doesn't, then there'll be another conversation that I will have. So, not sure exactly NASCAR is planning on this. So I know fans are starting to be allowed to come back here in a couple weeks. So it'll be interesting to see. There's a lot of things unfolding for our sport and for our nation, really, for the world. And we're all kind of piecing it together day by day. So we'll just continue to push on and fight for what's right.
It should be noted that the lion's share of your fellow drivers seem to be on board with this, but there is the part-time Truck Series driver that came out overnight, said he is going to retire at the end of the season because of NASCAR's decision. What would you say to him if he's watching or listening? What would you say to other folks who have said for years now that the flag it's about heritage, not hate?
Yeah, I seen that comment, and I was kind of baffled by it, honestly. And I think he just solidified his career and no longer being a part of NASCAR. I would encourage NASCAR to really step up and look at that if it ever tries to reinstate. But, yeah, I mean, I've seen a comment where to most it's a sign of heritage, but to a large group of people, it's a sign of hate and oppression and just a lot of negative and bad things that come to mind. And we're not saying that you can't ever fly it at your house. You can do whatever you want. But when it comes to a sporting event where we want all races, everybody to be included, inclusion is what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to unity, bring everybody together to enjoy a sporting event, cheer on their favorite driver, not be shy and introverted about or because of they see a Confederate flag flying. That shouldn't. They should be able to live life to the fullest with nothing holding them back. And if the flag's holding them back, then let's just take it down for the sporting event. We're not saying get rid of your life completely.
Bubba, you know you probably picked up a whole new slew of fans yesterday. You realize that, right?
Absolutely. I told everybody we had a lot of first-time watchers last night, which was super incredible. A lot from the African-American community that would never give NASCAR a chance. There's so many comments I read. They were all shocked at how NASCAR's approach to everything has really opened their eyes. And people asking, I think my favorite one was Alvin Kamara, former Tennessee Vols, plays for the Saints. He's asking when the next race was, and so he was tuning in. He was giving a race by race or a lap by lap updates. It was incredible. Everybody was tuned in last night, so it was a big watching party, and hopefully that's for the future as well. We encourage all backgrounds, all races to come and enjoy our crazy sport. It's action-packed from the drop of the green flag to the drop of the checker flag.
Bubba Wallace, trailblazer in NASCAR. Good to see you again, buddy. Thank you, Bubba. Good luck.
Thank you, brother. Have a good day.